Hey guys, this is me, Raymond Z.
And AK-4707.
And I'm back. We're back. I said that intro wrong, and Avery's looking at me like, you jackass. I never can remember it. I need to write it down.
You just have a piece of paper right there.
I know, right?
Just barely out of frame.
Or like Mama likes, I know, huh? She hates that.
I hate that.
If you ever want to piss off Stacy, just go, I know, huh? Like a Mexican girl does. Oh my God. She'll flip the fuck out. Anyways, so
Okay.
back to the video. And I'd like to say special thanks to who?
Kirk.
And
Maddie.
And Maddie. Kirk and Maddie Kenyon. This would not be possible if it wasn't for them. Our area is really dried up, and Kirk has been out hunting for us and helping us find stuff. We found a couple pieces, but he completed it because he was able to find a Scarecrow, and that's what the whole thing is, man. We are a group of collectors, and we're supposed to be like almost like a fellowship of the rings, right? Fellowship of the plastic, and that's what it's a community. Oh. My alarm went off, sorry. So take your medicine, beautiful. Anyways, so we know what time it is now.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, back to what I was saying. We are a community, and we need to help each other find things. We don't need to go out and get every last figure that we can find and then say, fuck the next guy, I'm putting all this on eBay. That's not what we're supposed to be about. Remember? Sharing is caring, right? And I'm talking to you, Target employees who's got all the Vipers and Baronesses in their closet. Yeah, I'm talking to you and Target managers. All right, so
The Baroness is one of the main ones that ticks me off because that's one of the few GI Joe figures I want.
I know that was one of the few. You don't even care about GI Joe.
I don't really. I'll probably start watching it soon, but that's one of the few that I want from that set.
I know, and it's god awful hard to find. I mean, awesome guys like Elite Legend and Joe's Yappyverse, they don't even have a Baroness, So these are avid fucking collectors that are good guys that you should be watching their channels. If you're not, you should be watching them, and they don't have a Baroness. But speaking of damn it, I just went blank like you would not believe. Elite Legend. I told him, hey man, I need a Scarecrow, and he told me he sent me back some bullshit text about I got a Chihuahua and I gotta go shampoo my Chihuahua and flea dip it, and I was like, what in the hell? He goes, maybe you can find one on Amazon. Man, that ain't what we're talking about.
We flea dip bars like once every 3 months, which is a lot less than we should. But still.
Mail me a Scarecrow, you Fuddrucker. All right.
Oh, that's insane.
Anyways, we're gonna build 2 Banes. We want to build 2 Banes, and Kirk is building a Bane. So we're all hunting. We're good on Omega Bats because apparently that's the one figure nobody fucking wants. Okay.
For some reason, that's the coolest looking one out of any of these.
After I've seen it and I've looked at it, I'm like, yeah, I want that figure.
That's the coolest. Well, that's the second coolest figure out of this entire set. Out of this set specifically.
It's pretty damn cool. Yeah, I don't know if it's number 2, but it's pretty damn cool. I thought I wanted Straight Jacket Batman until I saw him up close. And now if I get him, all I want him for is for mods. I just want to modify him.
Yeah, because you could make a big...
Yeah, pop that head off. He could just be a...
You could make just a burly friggin'
prisoner. Insane asylum.
Prisoner,
yeah, to go with my Joker thugs and all that I have.
Yeah.
I'd paint over the W on his chest and trim off some of the stuff that makes him look like Batman. But yeah, that's what...
Yeah, like these spikes specifically.
Exactly. But let's show him all... Okay, well, we're on the 4-minute mark. We only got a minute to talk, and then the cameras will turn off, so... Let's keep going until we can do that. I also have another Bane I'm going to show off because this Bane looks a little different, okay? And I think everybody knows that. Also, I don't have the problems that Elite Legend has with his, except for the hands. He is 100% correct on that bullshit. Those hands don't stay in; they just pop off.
Really?
Yeah, it's garbage.
What other problems was he having?
Oh, he was having problems with the legs and the head not staying on. He had a messed up peg or something.
Okay, so he had the worst 5 out of the...
he had the
worst 4 people out of the thing.
Yeah, he got the GIMP edition when it comes to the Bane. Yeah, you got the GIMP edition. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's talk about what I do like and what I don't like. Wonder Woman, the Amazonian bull dyke or whatever we got going on here with the hair, I'm down with this. I like it. I like the little 5 o'clock shadow she's got for her head, for her hair.
Yeah.
Would that be called a 5 o'clock shadow if it's not on your face?
I don't think so. But
stubble.
Well, hang on. Undercut.
Undercut?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I like that. I like the Chi-Chis in armor. That's also good. The forearm. That's awesome. Everything about her is good. I like her. I didn't have a problem with this. Elite Legend had a problem with this one too.
What did he have?
Something about the feet. Something gimped up about the feet.
Okay, well,
but
again, he got the worst 4 figures out of the thing.
He did. Well, that's what he gets for getting them a month early before anybody on the fucking planet had them. He got the demo pieces, I guess. But I love I love the tattered cape. I love that. And I love the texture on the cape. You can see that texture all over. And I like the little dagger here. It would be cool if the dagger came out, but, still, it's still really cool. What I don't like is this sheath that you can see the sword inside. How cheap is that? It's the same one that comes with Deathstroke the Terminator. You see that?
Oh, see, I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, I do. And also, look, it's all up in her armpit. She can't even move her arm. So crazy. Oh, there's a mama. You want to say hi for the people in YouTube land?
I'm good.
You don't want to say hi? You'll be famous. All right, she don't want to be famous, so we're gonna make her infamous.
So no. I don't really have a problem with that sword thing because usually they're out of shot anyway. Because even if you're doing photography, it's back like this, and you're usually shooting from this angle.
I get that, but
it is still kind of cheap.
Look, it's
I'll
crooked.
give you that.
It's crook neck in the sheath.
Okay, that does bother me when they make the sheath too high.
Yeah,
and
it can't adjust. You can't pull it down. She just goes sideways. I do like. I mean, they made this cape to where her arm can be back in it, and you can see how it flows over her elbow. But it's just, man, I don't know, man.
See, like, that's
janky.
Like one of the older Power Ranger figures, like one of the old Power Ranger figures, had that issue, and I ended up accidentally snapping the sword.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's something that could happen.
It was before we started getting into those, but I snapped the sword off the Yellow Ranger that we had a long time ago, and I hate when they make it too high, but sometimes I hate it when they make it too low, because sometimes they make it too low and it's just on the feet and whatever.
Well, I think too low is better than too high, because too low you can position their hand to where it's grabbing the hilt of the sword.
I agree. So I like it better when it's too low, but I still don't like it because it's like touching the ground when their feet are too. It's just so you got to make a sword in the right position for it to work. That's why Mythic Legions is so good about
Mythic
that.
Legions is fucking dynamite. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so good about that because they first off they make it an option if you want to have the band, and then you, depending on the size of the figure,
it's free floating, so you can adjust it up or down to where you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is Mythic Legions. This is MacFarlane, so we're not going to...
We just went on a sword rant for a second.
Yeah, that's okay. It's part of the video, man. If you don't want to hear us rant, fucking watch somebody else.
Or just skip ahead a couple seconds.
Yeah, or whatever, Hey, I'm just saying. The reasons you should watch us is because we actually like toys, and we love toys, and we don't have an agenda.
And we talk detail about them, unlike a couple of the toy review people we've seen.
Yeah, you don't see my face. Why is that? Because we're looking at the goddamn toys. We're not looking at me. Well, why do you want to see me? Anyways, you want to see me? Go into, Twitter, and send me your address. I'll send you a couple of pics of me in a T-back and tennis shoes. Alright? Send me 1995. Isn't that right, babe? She loves it when I'm in her T-back and tennis shoes.
Send that to them. I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it? Oh, she sees too much of it. It gets her randy. Alright, so we're going to look at this guy. No fist bumping, mama. Okay, so this is a guy I thought I did want until Ian got it and took it out of the box, and I'm just like, I don't know.
See, but in my opinion, I really like it because it looks like a prisoner.
Well,
which is the point. But like, I love the look for it, I love that he made it look like Batman, even after it's a straitjacket. You know, he was able to break out of the straitjacket, but then make it keep looking like Batman.
And this is what Avery is referring to, is to the way he made the straps from the buckles on his arms look like the bat gauntlets.
And he made the buckles on his back look like the cape, kind of like a wavy-ish kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of more reminiscent to Azrael.
I'll give you that one.
But yeah, but Azrael was Batman. So yeah,
I have that figure. We have a review on that. Go check it out.
We do. I like the textures right here on the clothing. There's even holes and tears and rips, but you can see what looks to be a fabric. I think that's really cool. And the nightstick, the Billy Club, comes in and out of the little sheath there. He does have a head of a Joker in there. I haven't read this series. I don't care to, because it's weird. I'm not into that.
I definitely want to.
Yeah, you want to. We're going to get it for you, but I'm not into that, so whatevs, Trevs. But yeah. I would take this figure and I would modify it, but like I was saying, I would paint over the W. I'd trim up the leather on the wrists here, pop his head off, okay, and then put in some other, maybe a Marvel Legend head or something, some burly dude, maybe a wrestler. Who's that big Braun Strowman that's got that beard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, see, but the beard wouldn't really fit, but you could do someone like Big Show or maybe Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, there you go. Somebody like that, and then just change up, make him look like just a big insane asylum guy. I think that's what I'll do if we get another one. I know we're getting another one, so All right, let's see what I think. Well, you want to do this one or that one?
Let's do that one first.
Okay, so slide him over a little bit. Can't really get to him. This is the Scarecrow from this edition. Now, what I didn't like, and I'm going to start this right off, and this is why I didn't even want to get this set, and then I saw Elite Legends review, and there's such crappy figures. He had so many problems with his figures. I was like, I'm not buying this fucking set. But then when me and Kirk got into it and really started going,
it was just him that got the loser set.
Right, yeah, it was just Hector that got the loser set. But I don't like this. Okay, now why don't I like this? Why? What's wrong with this photo? Not that it looks creepy or eerie or whatever. This is an exact ripoff of Mike Magnolia. I may be saying his name wrong. Magnolia, who does Hellboy. This was Hellboy, who was carrying around Ivan, who was a knight who had died during the 14th century or something like that in Russia. And he needed somebody to guide him through the catacombs so he could find the Nazis and kill them. Okay, that's what I don't like. Okay?
It's like an exact.
It is almost picture identical. Okay, you put a Bane instead of Hellboy and
Scarecrow instead of the soldier.
But the soldier was just his corpse. It was just a corpse. And not only that, but the fact that there's only half of him. That happens when Hellboy straps him to his back. He straps the guy to his back, and as he was taking him out of the coffin, he broke in half because he's been dead for 400 years. Right. And that was like just such an odd take on it because I remember Ivan complains like, "Hey, half my body's in," and Hellboy's like, "Well, you don't need it. All I need is you to tell." You know what I mean?
You don't need your other half.
Yeah, it was really cool banter between the two. But the fact that they even did that in this, okay,
see, and
I think that's a ripoff. But there's only so many stories you can tell in comics, right? Before you start repeating yourself, maybe.
Yeah, and I see what you're saying. I 100%. I get that. They shouldn't have done like the on the back thing. That was a total thing. But
because he can hover anyways, he can fly. That's damn near.
Again, yeah. So, but the thing is, he's always half. He's always been half? Okay. Even if he didn't have flight, he was always like a half person and he was like hovering a couple feet off the ground. But so he's, at least in most of the renditions that I've read and seen and played, whatever, it's always been like half a person doing...
Okay, well, I didn't know that. So that makes it a little bit different. But what I got hooked on, see, Kirk found this figure. He and Maddie went out shopping, and she is just in. She got real big into the Batman Who Laughs.
Okay.
And so I went and got her one because she didn't have that one. They couldn't find, because that's an old set.
Well, it is now. After
it is now.
It's been a total of 2 sets of 2 or 3 months since that set.
So I had that for her because we got to take care of our Kenyans. But when they found this and he showed it to me and I got to see it up close, this is a pretty damn cool figure. Look inside that ball, the dome. Excuse me. The dome doesn't come off. Okay.
That's a little unfortunate, but also he wouldn't have it off because he has to breathe.
Yeah, well, he's a corpse, right? So how is he still breathing anyways?
Yeah.
But I love the noose. I love the noose that's on there. I love the ribs, the tattered jacket. You see intestines. You see small intestines. You see a pelvis and vertebrae. It's nasty cool. And at the at the end of every finger is a syringe or hypodermic needle or something. So that's kind of cool.
I feel like that should be a thing that the Trap Jaw comes with because he's got the half arm.
Yeah, right.
Friggin' comes with just one giant syringe.
Yeah, Trap Jaw. You know what's really cool? Hebro, and if y'all don't watch Hebro, you need to watch Hebro because he is outstanding. Hebro, not Toy Bro. Toy Bro's a douchebag, but Hebro is awesome. Okay, Hebro made other things for his Trap Jaw.
Yeah,
and one of the things he made was a giant fly swatter. Isn't that awesome?
He made like other arms.
Yeah, other attachments.
So that fly swatter, that's stupid. But it's the kind of thing that you would expect. It's the kind of thing that you would expect from a He-Man thing is just a giant fly swatter hand on at least somebody.
Right.
Because they're a giant tick or something stupid.
Tick. Wait a minute. Tick's one of my favorite superheroes. Charges in the battle. I know. I'm just saying. And of course, all the MacFarlane figures come with cool cards,
Yeah, and they have a little bit of a backstory on them, like who they are, and just a brief summary of how they got in this state. Like, why is Batman in a straitjacket? You know what I mean?
Yeah, why is Batman a cuckoo bird right now? Here's these. You can pause this and read it if you want.
That Scarecrow's face looks so gross. I love it. Like underneath the dome, it's like
can't pick that one up.
So gross. I love it.
Okay, so let's check out this one, which is definitely one I want. Okay,
Omega Bat.
And I didn't think I wanted it until Kirk showed up with the Omega Bat after Maddie found it.
And I love that the package is like 3 times the size of a normal one because it comes with both of Bane's legs.
Yeah, it does. If you ever find this on the shelf, it's got both of Bane's legs, and as you can see, if you got this ham hock in the thing with you, there's a lot of packaging, But this bat is really cool. I don't know anything. Once again, don't know anything about it, but I've got a card I can read. I love the sleek look. It's almost like Iron Man or something, like an Iron Man suit. There's textures all over. Kind of like that. What reminds me of that metal, like on stairs and construction sites, and it's got that hex metal. Well, it's not a hex. It's not a hex, but whatever.
I knew what you meant though. Like that metal, that red iron bars.
Yeah, sometimes picnic tables are made out of it, and they bend it, and then they cover it in like a rubbery stuff so you don't cut yourself. But,
polish.
Yeah, I like the way the cape is cut, and it's not tattered. It's cut like that for quick caping action, I suppose. I'm never sure what the hell.
Okay.
But I did. I like his little bat face. He's kind of sinister. He's got those red lines, I like that. He could be like a Asian superhero or something. If you didn't know it was supposed to be Batman, you could almost do anything with that.
I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
Especially in the head.
Well, let's check out Bane now. Elite Legend had a ton of problems with his, and yeah, I've got the same wrist. They just pop right out. Okay, look at that. Okay, so yeah, this is a statue. Okay, this is not a toy. obviously, we know these are adult toys, and most of them are just going to be built once and then put up on the shelf. But
however,
some people buy them, for their little kids, and they play with them and bust them. But now he doesn't. He has a hole in his back. Now, what is that for? Like a peg? No, it's not for him. I looked all over Scarecrow. That's not for Scarecrow, unless there's something I didn't notice that went in there.
My guess was going to be this.
No, that little cord. No, that's not it. So I don't know, but I like the skin tone of him. Although he's not the right color for the Bane we know, so I'm not sure what's going on in this universe. Why he's gray? Why he's corpse gray? You know who he looks like to me? Is Tombstone. He looks,
yeah.
He looks
almost exactly like Tombstone.
Or I guess if you want to go to the DC universe, which is where we should be instead of Marvel, he looks like Solomon Grundy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He looks almost exactly like Solomon Grundy.
So you're like, why in the hell does Bane look like Solomon Grundy? We don't know.
So my guess is probably I wish the big people would come with a card, like maybe the person who comes with the biggest piece,
or the head.
Or maybe the head, or like the person who comes with either the biggest piece of the head or a certain piece would come with a card of the bath, so that we can find out why Bane is corpse gray.
Right. Because he's supposed to be more green than anything. Because that's
his energy. His like.
Yeah, it's from poison ivy. That stuff coursing through his veins. Is supposed to be that.
Was that made by poison ivy, really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that stuff was made by, because it's right there. But
right.
I didn't know that stuff was made by by poison ivy.
Yeah. And see, let me put these guys in the back right here. Okay. Move these cards.
He's so big compared to everyone.
Yeah, he's huge. I mean, you can see the size. I mean, he's monstrous. Which is awesome, and I just did a quick show. You can see textures on his pants and stuff. They could have done a better job lining this up, though. This is
probably
pretty elementary, in my opinion. Of course,
however,
I don't make toys. So what do I know? Right?
I do know. I watch a couple people who work with the toy makers. Mm-hmm. So they were saying it's really hard to get them aligned. And also, a lot of people want their feet in different positions anyway, so there's no way to tell.
Well, okay, but you make it generic. They could have had the pants come over some, or
yeah.
I mean, there's other things you could do, but right now they're kind of making it look like a Frankenstein stitching on his pants. So
see,
he went to the Frankenstein's house of wardrobe to find pants or something. I don't know
and his skin, he looks kind of like a. But. I like that, honestly. I like that because it kind of seems like he found clothes and stitched them together because of
his dimensions.
Yeah, because of his muscle but
instead of just giving him purple tights that he can just bust out of, but out of every part of the Hulk that he busts out, he never busts out in the crotch or the waist.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I mean, that's true. I wonder why they did that.
Yeah, well, that's so all your superheroes don't have their dorks hanging out while they're running around saving the city from crime. Anyways.
But I honestly like that. But
you also, like what? Dorks hanging out?
No, shut up. No, I mean the stitching.
Okay, the stitching, yeah.
And also, I also don't really pay attention to that.
Well, this is what...
That's what you're used to.
This is what I'm used to, okay? Now, this is a statue, I think, or it's an old
it's 100%,
Toy Biz
it's
or
100%
something.
A statue, yeah.
The feet move a little bit,
but only side to side, and he stayed in the crouch position because that's how he was the entire game anyway. He's crouched. He's kind of crouched and he's sprinting at you. You have to throw a battery in his eye.
Right. Well, see, this is awesome. This is super, super cool. Oh my! Oh, that came off. Okay, cool.
Those just kind of pop in and out.
I see.
Not super great.
Well, but do you see the skin? What I'm talking about?
Yeah.
How the poison's supposed to be coursing through his vein and making him go, super sane or whatever, crazy.
I love that.
You love what? I'm sorry. What?
This how it looks like he just shoved it into his skin.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it was done by a villain instead of by a doctor. And then Poison Ivy helped him make it. So.
Okay. Well, that's cool. But see the difference, why, what's the storyline You know, what's the story, Wishbone? All right, why does this guy look more like Solomon Grundy than Bane? Because this is Bane. You know when you see this is Bane. If you saw this guy and he didn't have the head, okay, and he had some other head, which I don't have a head to put on him, but he could be Sanitizer Man, okay? You wouldn't know if that was supposed to be Sanitizer Man or not, you know? But if you saw this guy, and his head won't pop off, but if I were to rip its head off...
You would immediately know.
You would immediately know that is a Bane body.
Because this one, it would be hard to tell if it's Bane or Solomon Grundy or Tombstone. Well, Tombstone's not that big, but, like, you get the point.
Tombstone's not that big, but...
But he's still strong, so...
Yeah, strong as a tombstone. Oh well.
Anyway, I want to know quick
what?
Quick thing for suggestion for who makes these? MacFarlane?
MacFarlane.
Quick suggestion for anybody who works at MacFarlane. Please give somebody in the bath a card to the bath.
Yeah, really, we would like that.
That's a main thing, because in some of them, like the Merciless Batman.
Yeah.
I want to know more about that story, which most of the people who built him were in that story, so it makes sense.
Sure.
But still, I want to know more about him specifically.
Yeah.
So, still, just that's a quick suggestion to anybody who works at MacFarlane.
Yep. I agree with you. All right. Well, I think that's it on this stuff. And once again, we can't thank you enough, Maddie. Really, Kirk did something right, man. He's got his baby daughter going out toy hunting with him, so that's super cool.
Yeah.
Marshall, we need you to come over and hang out with us, man. We want to hang out with you, right? Play some Legos.
Yeah.
Or what's that game with the blocks and the pigs?
Minecraft.
There you go. See? All right. Well, that was it. Tell us what you think about these guys. Did you pick them up? Did you have as much trouble as Hector did? So that's it. Just let us know. This has been a Rat Sandwich production.
Out.
I had to show this off before we go. That's crazy detailed. Look at that. And even the skin's red and irritated around where they put the rivets in for his spine. That's crazy. Okay, so... I'm Bane. Who are you?
I'm Solomon Grundy. I'm Solomon Grundy's cousin.
Solomon Grundy's cousin. Me don't know who that is. No, I talk like that, bro. Not you. Does Bane talk?
I think
he just grunts.
He talks sometimes, but usually it's like quick sentences like, "Come here, Batman," and then he like grabs him and throws him across.
Come here, not Batman. What? What? Are you talking about? All right, now it's out. Out of 5,000.